Let's go down to Jerome. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news. Actually, birds are probably not chirping. It's raining. Like, no tornadoes, but it's raining. Anyways, but Vikings are at TCO going through the offseason program, as well as rookie minicamp dates are set. Purple Persuasion, Minnesota Vikings veterans will conclude phase 1 of the offseason program this week and start phase 2 on May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. Hey. Phase 3 begins on May 27th. Also, rookie minicamp will begin May 8th with an on-field session open to the media on May 9th. So that extended weekend, May 9th through 12th, will be rookie minicamp. So not this weekend, but next weekend. Rookies will then join phase 2 of the offseason program on May 12th. And that's exciting because not only will the rookies, UDFAs, selected young players as well, plus UDFA tryouts, which is something that we love. UDFA tryouts include the marvelous Marcus Sherrills, Adam Jerome, Ezekiel Thielen, as well as CJ Ham. Plus, this year, one of our favorites, a guy that we wanted, frankly, late in day 3, but Tommi Hill, cornerback from Nebraska, straight from the Nebraska Instagram account. Tommi Hill is going to be at Vikings rookie minicamp as on a tryout basis in 2 weekends. And Tommi Hill, I mean, he's great, man. I mean, 6 foot 200, big lengthy corner. I didn't test at the combine or during draft season because did have some injury issues. So that could be why he ultimately went undrafted. But career 10 pass broken up. 5 career picks, including a pick 6 last season, 80.6 quarterback rating when thrown at, which is good. And I'm not saying that I'm just going to call my shot right meow, but I think that he could make his way onto the Vikings 90-man. I think that he could state his case because he does bring a little something that the other corners on the Vikings roster don't bring outside of maybe a Kuda, just size and length on the outside. I think Tommi Hill is going to be great, man. Really love that. Something I also love is that J. McCarthy is going to be feeding the local media Jackals today. First time he's going to do that as the unquestioned quarterback 1 of the Minnesota Vikings. I can't wait for the media Jackals to ask him 75,000 different questions about Aaron Rodgers. Just be good. Yeah, but JJ is good at the press conference, man. He is definitely a soundbite, and his unbridled enthusiasm, an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, it really comes through, man. So you're looking forward to hearing from QB1 today at his presser. Also looking forward to, oh, baby. Ooh, baby. The Ohio State University doing some work here, man. So Vikings edit of Donovan Jackson. He is absolutely for real. Looking good in that 7-4, man. Like, I just can't wait. I can't wait for the Vikings to have a complete friggin' offensive line for the first time in forever. And Jackson, could be that missing piece, that 5th Infinity Stone with Jackson, Darisaw on the left side. Hey, if we need a yard, I wonder where we're going to go. Oh, are we going to run behind Darisaw, Jackson, and Ryan Kelly? Let's go. Let's go, man. But either way, looking really, really damn good. And I don't know, man. Like, should we get a Donovan Jackson jersey? Why not? Well, depending on tariffs, maybe we'll get it from China with the the Sonon numbers and stuff. That's really the only place where you can get Sonon numbers anymore. But it's all right. I digress there. Also, this is fantastic. So Vikings brought in a UDFA punter, Oscar Chapman, doing some work. And he is Australian, punted at Auburn for 5 seasons. And Auburn put out Aussie, oi, 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 Oscar Chapman signing with the Vikings. And I know Auburn, out on the plains, this is a bit of a cell phone. So on their website, Auburn career record, 245 punts. I don't think that you want to put out there that guy punted a lot when he was there. I mean, he was there for 5 seasons, so I guess it just makes sense by volume, but I don't know. Sure, but it's just funny. But it's great having Aussie. I think the last Vikings Australian punter was Ryan Quigley down under. So there you go. Great mustache, by the way. But yeah, we'll see if he can unseat Ryan Wright. Because even though the Vikings re-signed him and there's just a smidgen of a guarantee, it's not enough to guarantee him a roster spot. So I say bring on a true blue competition and go from there. Also, a guy that they brought in as a UDFA and one of my draft crushes, Tyler Batty, prior to BYU, Aaron Wilson. A Vikings deal for BYU football defensive end Tyler Batty, 6'6", 271, 4.78 speed, 34 vert, 224 career tackles, 33.5 tackles for loss, 16.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, partridge in a pear tree. He's also 25 years old. Yeah. $259,000 guaranteed, $25K signed most, $234 of his salary guaranteed for all Big 12 selection. That's pretty sizable. So, the reports are still coming in, but it sounds like, Brosmer got a big chunk, around $250,000. Same thing with tight end Ben Usurek from Georgia. So, yeah, the Vikings definitely piling things on. I don't know if there's a salary cap for UDFAs, but the Vikings have definitely got the heavies going on. And Tyler Batty, I really like Tyler Batty, man. So he definitely is a Batty in his own right. 42 pressures last season. And I know you look at a sacks and a half, but we're talking about like legit consistent havoc and pressure, and that's what you need. He's a plus run defender as well, holding things down. I think that he is a tailor-made 5-tech for this defense. So I think that Tyler Batty has a chance to make a little bit of hay here. And I think that right now, I know he's listed as outside linebacker, but his true position is probably going to be 5-tech, or maybe he'll be a plus size, strong side outside linebacker. Maybe that would be some flexibility. But I think that he essentially will come in combination with Tyrion Ingram-Dawkins and help ease the moving on from Hadi Ward. I mean, because Jihad Ward was badass, man. And what's interesting, so Hadi Ward was basically second team outside linebacker during preseason and training camp, and then the regular season he was just a D lineman, right? So I thought that that alignment was interesting, and I think that off the top of my head, I think that Hadi was second on the team in quarterback hits last year. So he played a smidgen of snaps, but when he was in, he was getting pressure. I think Batty and TID could definitely do that this season. So I'm Batty for Batty, man. That's right. Also, Tom Hauser, KSTP News. It took the Minnesota Vikings to help reach a bipartisan agreement in the Minnesota House. Lawmakers honored Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell for his 2024 NFL Coach of the Year award. They also did a brief skull chant, "I can't unsee." So there you go. Now fix the damn roads. Phil and Sapato. I mean, it's great that Kevin O'Connell got honored. Plus, in that gray suit and that multicolored tie, that 45-degree angle tie, he kind of looks like he could be a politician. I feel your pain, or something like that. Why not? Yeah. So Kevin O'Connell. Why not? Kevin O'Connell, after he wins a dozen Jerome Bartys in the next 10 years, run for president. Because why not at this point, right? Also, so you know that the sports betting got pretty close in the House last year. It didn't quite make it. I just imagine, because there's several prominent local bookies. You're probably thinking of them right now. And we have a running joke with my friend group is just like, I want to see them at the House lobbying against legalized sports betting. Sports gambling destroys families, and it cannot be legal here in the great state of Minnesota. Land of 10,000 lakes, yes. Land of 10,001 parlays, no. Because they want to keep their business. Here's the thing too. Even in states with legalized sports betting, the bookie business is still pretty damn legit. Now, I'm not talking out of school. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus, but I definitely don't book myself, but I know people who do. Bookies extend credit, and that's what it comes down to, man. All right. And even though, here's what's going to happen. States with legalized sports betting, like, sharp money sort of shies away because they put out crap odds. They market heavily really stupid parlays, which pay out a fraction of what the true odds are. And, I mean, well, first off, sharp money doesn't really bet parlays generally. But, I mean, it's like the craps table. The worst bets are the largest. So you look at field, you look at small, tall, all, you look at the hard ways, flashing lights. They want you to bet those, right? But the best bet on the craps table and the best bet in the entire casino is invisible. Yeah, it's taking odds behind your pass bet. That's what it is, but I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why we tangent off into that, but again, I can't just imagine like a bookie's like, we cannot allow legalized sports betting here in the North Star State. That's all. Also, speaking of conspiracy, man. All right, so Drink Wisconsinably put this out. So Goodell at the NFL draft in Green Bay. Apparently people had fun, but I'll give Wisconsin this. Wisconsin can be a fun state because you're drunk all the time. All right. And I'll also say this, like vitriol between fans. I've never like been in an altercation verbal or otherwise, with a Packers fan, right? Like, I've never been in a spot where I felt like it went over the line. Now, Packers fans will talk a lot of junk with Vikings fans, but I feel like it's good spirited, right? It's always for fun. It's always for schnitz and giggles, and you're always going to hang out, have a brat, have a beer, have a good time, right? Like, this is not Falcons Saints, which is one of the more underrated rivalries in the league. This is not Chiefs Raiders. This is not Eagles against anyone, right? And I said, because even like Packers Bears, I mean, that can get a little spicy, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I've never had like a truly negative interaction with a Packers fan, because I actually think across the board that's probably pretty fair, because I feel like, well, first off, a lot of Packers fans live here in the great state of Minnesota because there's jobs and culture and things to do. Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like just the proximity and just, interacting with each other on a daily basis, I feel like that builds up. I don't know. It's not camaraderie, but it's a friendly rivalry. It's not like out for blood. But still, I will give this Packer fan credit. Getting a Vikings jersey with Zero Goose Egg, Jared Russell, and Super Bowls on there, that's pretty funny. Even as a hardcore Vikings fan, which that is designed to hurt me. I mean, if you cut me, I bleed purple. But I don't know. I think that's honestly pretty hilarious. And for real, if that was somehow sent to me, I would wear it. Or I would post it up there next to the world's smallest Packers owner stock certificate. That's all. But hey, Goodell, we see ya. Like, you knew what that was. Oh, Roger Goodell's like, I'm going to take pictures with fans. Here's a Packers fan. He's got a Vikings jersey. Obviously, there's nothing weird on this jersey. Spare me. Like, Goodell, what do you think he had? Do you think he had a Hawkinson jersey out there? Come on, man. Anyways, that's it. Vikings news dump this beautiful Tuesday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.